Most coaches are only converting about 2 out of 10 of their hottest leads. If this is you, then you're not making the impact you're here to make, and you're not making the money you want to make either. I'm going to talk about 3 things that could be killing your sales confidence in this video so that you can go fix it, start making more money, and changing more lives. Hello, I'm Heather, and I teach female coaches to boost their high ticket sales without any sleaze. Let's jump in and get started. The biggest problem when you're not confident in the way that you sell or in how you're selling, or you're just not comfortable with sales, is that a prospect can sense it, and they may think that it's, rather than it being about the sales, you're actually not confident about what you do. This is going to make them question whether they should buy from you, and that may be why you're hearing a lot of no's. The problem when you're not comfortable selling, or you're not confident in the way that you sell, is going to be that the prospect senses that nervousness, and they think that it's about you being nervous about how you're able to deliver, not about the actual sales process. So here are some reasons that you might be feeling less than confident and what to do about it. Number one, if you're using a way of selling that you don't feel great about, if you're using some of the sleazy, slimy, pushy tactics, or maybe you learned that way of selling and you've tried to kind of modify it, but there's still things that just don't quite feel great, it's really important for you to find a way of selling that feels good, that feels right, that you can really be happy about the way that you're enrolling people into your programs, whether you're doing it in the DMs or you're doing it with calls or sales pages or what have you. It has to feel good to you in order for you to come across really confidently. The other one is that maybe you don't really understand sales that well. Maybe you've never had any sales training, or maybe you did, but if you're like me, I took a lot of sales trainings, and the stuff that they said just didn't, I don't know, they didn't explain it in a way that really made sense to me. So what's happening is that you are pitching and you are getting people to buy, but you really don't know why some people are buying and why some people aren't. You don't know what you're doing right in some places and not right in others, right? So what you need to do is invest some time and maybe some money in learning how to sell. Again, make sure that it's really aligned so you feel really great about what you're doing. The second thing that could be throwing a monkey wrench in your confidence with your sales is not feeling really excited about your offer. So you're a coach that's already selling high ticket, people are getting results in your containers, and that feels really great, but there's something about your offer that isn't lighting you up, okay? And so if you're not really excited about your offer, then it's going to be hard to be confident when you're pitching it, and that can be screwing up your sales. Some examples of what may be going on that's causing this disconnect between you and your excitement about your program is that maybe you've listened to some bad advice and your marketing is a little hypey, right? So maybe you're talking about results, and although people are getting results and you are seeing progress in your containers, they're not making the great big pie in the sky things that you talk about in your marketing. And so it may be time to go back and just reevaluate what you're saying in your marketing and make sure that it's a little more congruent with the progress that people are actually making, so that you feel really, really good about the way you're promoting it and the way you're pitching it to people. Or there may be a way that it's structured, or the way that you're delivering it right now, that's just really not working for you, or maybe it worked for you in the beginning and it just isn't working now. Take a look at that. Like if delivering it is not fun for you anymore, or it's taking more out of you, it's draining you, then look at how you can restructure your program, and just whatever you need to do to be really excited and really sold on it. If you're loving this and getting lots of ahas, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified anytime I do a video, and you can get more information about how you can make more high ticket sales without sleaze. Reason number 3 that you may be lacking confidence in your sales is good old imposter syndrome. Now, the fucked up thing is that you are already selling high ticket. You're already working with paying clients. You're already helping them see results. And yet it's completely natural that you may still have this secret fear that you're a fraud. It's insidious. Like, imposter syndrome happens to everybody, I'm sure, throughout their lives, even super successful people. A wonderful example of this is Maya Angelou, who of course was a brilliant writer, brilliant poet, and always had super success with her books. But she said that every time that she released a book, she was afraid that she was going to be found out, that like somehow she had pulled the wool over everybody's eyes all these other times, and this was going to be the time that she was going to be exposed as a fraud. So anytime you're feeling this, like just remember that like super successful people even have these moments. And then you look at the fact that the coaching industry, I believe, is one of the hardest places to not have imposter syndrome. The hyped up testimonials and the overblown details of people's success stories, it makes it almost impossible not to feel like a failure and a fraud. But here's some ways that you can navigate this and not let it make you crazy. Number one, take all the stories that you hear online with a hefty grain of salt. While they may not be complete lies, they are almost always heavily skewed. So the person who says they have overnight success, probably not as overnight as they're making it. So don't let that bring you down if you haven't gotten overnight success. Two, work on and refine your craft. Now, don't be one of these people that is putting off progressing in your business by going and getting every certification known to man. But you do want to be constantly looking for ways, like how can you refine your programs? How can you deepen your skills? And investing not only in how to make more money, but in how to deliver better. This is something that we don't talk about enough, but this is definitely a way that you can feel more and more confident in what you do. And the more confident you feel about what you do, the more confident you're going to be when you sell. Three, make a list of all the transformations that you've helped people with, or look at your old testimonials and really get it in your head like you did this. Now, the person had to show up and they had to do the work, but without you, that transformation wouldn't have been possible, or it wouldn't have been as profound. So really sit back and really own the fact that you are already helping people. Number four, if you're still having problems with this and it's really wrecking your life like it has mine, then go get some help, whether that's a trauma coach or a therapist or energy healing or like all of the above. I've done all these things in my quest to feel better about myself and to feel more confident and own my awesomeness. So just do whatever you need to do. It's going to make your whole business so much easier. Trust me. I have got loads to teach you on how to show up confidently for your sales, whether it's in the DMs or it's on sales calls. So jump on over to this video, 5 practical tips to bomb ass sales confidence, and I will see you over there.